Hi, today we are going to see how we can do billing using BillMade. So once we log in through user and password, we'll come up on a dashboard screen. Now we can see we are on a dashboard screen. So first we'll go through sales versus purchase report, which is based on value wise. So here we can see that our sales and purchase monthly on a value based. Below that, invoice report, that is also on a value based, and it is separated by monthly, so we'll get idea what is our sales and purchase. So below that, purchase report by month, in that also same scenario, that is also based on a value. And here we can see that purchase report, which items we brought from a vendor, so that report we can see over here. So on a right hand side, first item return, these are depend on a value, and here also we have separation by month. Below that, sales by top 5 item, which 5 item we are selling fastly. Below that, purchased by top 5 items. So now we'll see how we can do billing. We have to click on a home module. We have second option beside the dashboard. First we'll go through new sales. Once we click on a new sales, here we have to first select customer. We can select customer by typing a name, otherwise we can type on a telephone number. There is down arrow. From here also on a list, by double clicking on a name we can select customer. Once we click on a plus sign, we'll get on a new window. So right now we'll do one thing, we'll create one new customer over here. I'm entering a name. Secondary, we need to add a telephone number and name, both are compulsory. So other fields same like last name, alternate phone number, email ID, or taxation code number, these are not mandatory. So that will also going to work. So after that we just have to click on a save. Here we go, we just have created a customer. Once we create customer, it will come automatically on a customer name. Secondary, we have to select item for billing. Search a product by typing a name. So we click on a down arrow, so we'll get a list of our existing product. We can add a product. So if in case we don't have any existing product, we just got a new product which we don't have added in an inventory, that time we have to click on a plus sign. So here we need to add item information. First we can see over here, we have to select first item type, which we are going to select inventory item. After that we need to select brand, but again this is not a mandatory field, we can skip it. If we want to select, then we can select from down arrow, or we can type name over here also for brand. But first we need to create a brand. If we want to create a brand, that time we need to go in a atom module. Once we click on a atom module, there is a first option, atom brand. By clicking on a atom brand, we can add new brand over here. After that, we need to add atom name. We'll take one product over here, iPhone X. Barcode system will generate automatically. If we want to create our own barcode, then we have to click only on a barcode field. That time we can enter barcode which we want to use, or we can scan through scanner. After that, GST category, it will be goods. HSN code, if you are having HSN code for your product, then you can simply enter over here. Next, base price, we need to enter a base price, so I'm adding base price 75,000. After that, we have to check taxability. So for mobile, we are taking 18% GST. Opening stock, I'm adding over here 10. So we need to add cost, so it should be not more than base price. Base price is always higher than a cost, so we need to remember that. So I have added cost 60,000 rupees. Now we need to just save it. So here we can see that we have option cash, card, check, credit. Cash plus card, multiple payment also we can take from customer. Lastly, nowadays everyone using online payment, so we can take online payment also from customer. So now I am selecting payment mode by cash. It was easy. Now we have to click on a save and print. Invoice, here we can print it, or if we want to save it, we can share through mail or WhatsApp also. Invoice, we can print on a A4 size as well as on a thermal. Last time we saw that we have printed invoice on a thermal printer, but if we want to print on a A4 size, then we just need to click over here, A4 size print nearby due date. How it will look, we can see over here. Now I'm clicking on a sales, fifth number option, invoice list. I have just clicked on that. Here also we need to select A4 size print beside the search bar, and on the left hand side, second option, print, I am going to click on that. We'll get a pretty much good space, so that time we can see more details over here, more than a thermal printer. I have just clicked on home module. First we saw new sales. Now clicking on a customer, we can see over here that our existing customers, on left hand side we have option for adding a new customer. Secondary, if we have already existing customer and we need to update customer information, that time we need to select only customer over here. Sometime customer address will be changed, or might be customer telephone number also will be changed, so that time we just have to go through customer. After that we'll get option for updating customer information over here. If we want this list on a Excel, then we can export it also on a Excel file. So second last option, export customer. So in that case, all customer data, it will convert into Excel file, which we can use it for multiple purpose. So we have just saw new sales. After that we saw that how to add customer, or how to update a customer information. Now third option, we have item. Once we click it on a item, we'll get on a item list window. First, we can see over here that our existing items, existing products which we have already added. If we want to add new product, so by clicking on a new item, we can add new product from here. So I have just clicked. So once we click, we can see we have came up on item information. Before also we saw this screen, clicking on a plus sign from the new sales. So now I'm going back. We need to update item information also, so that also we can update from here. We just need to click on a product which we want to change it. I'm selecting product from here, so I have just selected. Now I have to click on a update item, which is second option. So here you can see how we can update item information in a very simple way. We are going to see how to print label. We can select item from here. By selecting item, we have to click on a print label. Once we click on a print label, we will get on another screen. Here you can see this is a sample of barcode printing. From here we just have to give command for print. We can change quantity, how many quantity we want to print. If we want to do changes in a barcode printing label, third option from the last, we have to select that. From here, barcode print layout, we can change size, or how many printout we want to take. We can take it from here. We can select from here. In options also we can see here we have multiple options for printing, just like serial number, expiry date, or product category. If we want to print on a label, then we just have to select from here and save it. So we can see we just have added lot number, so it has been successfully saved. Next, inventory adjustment. Once we click on an inventory adjustment, from here we have to select item. Same like before, we can search item over here. From the down arrow, we can get existing product list. We can see 9 pieces are available. We are going to see how can we adjust quantity. From quantity adjust by, we have to double click on over here, so we can make plus or minus quantity from here. So I'm going to make it 6. So before we have 9 quantity, now we want to adjust by 6, so it will become a total quantity 15. So I'm going to finish it. So I have just finished. So here we can see our old quantity was 9. Now we have adjusted by 6. After that, now our current available quantity is 15. Item return. If we want to take item return, we just have to select customer by entering name. Our from down arrow we can see list from here. You can search over here by entering invoice number. So if we select customer,
on this customer name, how many invoices are there, we can see from here and we can select from there. So just before we have created invoice, from that I'm taking, so from here we'll take one item return authorization description we can put over here. Reason behind the returning product we can mention over here on a return authorization description. So we have to save it. Now here we can see when receipt is pending. So we have to receive item. I'm going to receive item. Just have to click on a receive item. Once we click on a receive item, we'll get an item receipt. So here we can see how many quantities we have sold before. So we have sold one quantity before. Quantity to receive, we have to make it 1. Whichever you quantity sold before, we can select that, or less than that also you can select from here. So I'm going to save it. We have just saw that how we can take item returns. Next one is discount. We can create discount from here, or we can update our existing discounts from here. Next one, unit measurement. We don't have to change anything from here. Promotions, we can see over here I have created already. So promo name we have to select first. I have selected promo name Diwali, DWL. It is stand for Diwali 21. Here first you can see I have added DWL 21 and promo code also is same. I have added because I have added the purpose of selling in a Diwali 21. So description we can add about the promo code. Discount, how much percent do we want to give discount for this promo code, we can add over here. And we can create a validity for promo code, start date and end date. Next is reward point. Once we click on a reward point, here we can see we have created our old values. So new values we can add same, whichever you want to change.
So next we are going to see purchase model. Beside the home, we can see over here there is a first option is vendor. Once we click on a vendor, we can see our existing vendors over here. If we want to create a new vendor, we can add new vendor from here. We can select vendor from here and we can update information about that specific vendor. So now we are going to see how we can create a purchase order. Second option, once we click on a purchase order, we'll get purchase order details. Here we can search vendor by entering the name. From the down arrow list, we can see our existing customer list. We can add new vendor by clicking plus sign over here also. For the items, we can search by entering keywords. So we have selected product here. Now we have to add quantity. By double clicking on a quantity, we can change from here. It will come by default, it will come 1. So now I am entering 5 quantity. I want to purchase it. After that we have to select place of supply. I have selected Pune. So by double clicking on a rate, we can mention rate over here. I'm adding a cost now, 60,000. Now we are going to save it. Here we can see we have created purchase order here. Status is pending receipt. Select purchase order from list and item receipt. We have purchased quantity 5. So now we are going to receive a quantity to receive. I'm going to make it 5. I'm going to make it a 5. So before we have placed order, and now we are going to receive it. So we have to click on a save. So it's successfully received. Before we have created purchase order, after that we received order. Now we have to pay bill. So we are going to select a PO. After that we have to click on a purchase order. Here we can see billing is pending, so we have to select purchase order and go through the vendor bill. So now we have to mention quantity for bill. We have to click on a quantity to bill. I'm going to make it a 5. After that we have to mention here a vendor bill number which we received from a vendor. Now I'm going to save it. Once we click on a save it, here we can see we have created vendor base successfully. Now we are going to pay the vendor bill. So we have to select PO, bill payment. So here we can see before the list of bills we paid to the vendor before. So now we have to select PO from here. We have selected last one. Now we have to mention bill payment mode from here. I'm selecting cash for here. In a memo we can describe information about PO. This is also not mandatory. We are going to save it now. We have just saw that how can we create a purchase order in a very easy way. Next we are going to see reports. By clicking on reports, here we can see sales report, purchase report, almost 25 types of reports we can see from here. We can export to the Excel also. We just have saw that how we can use BillMade in a simple way. Thank you so much.